Here we have Veronika by Raiven, which is the song from Slovenia. It is confirmed to be in Eurovision, and if I'm not entirely mistaken, Raiven here has tried to represent Estonia before and just never ended up actually doing it, you know. But this is her year, I guess, and she's participating with the song Veronika, and I gotta say, I'm kind of just excited to really listen to what they have to offer this year. Of course, Slovenia were among my favorite countries last year and the year before that, so they're in a little bit of a streak at the moment. So let's see what you got. Veronika by Raiven. Let's listen to it, and I hope the audio is fine. Otherwise, let me know. No audio at all so far. There we are. It's a dramatic hit to open us off. Very distinct percussive detailing. That's a crisp vocal. Relying a lot on ambience here for the opening. The soundscape is panned, effectively. It's like just kind of creeping sounds just moving from side to side. It feels very natural so far. That is an immense hit, and the horns take over. Vocals sound strong so far. Nice audital collective here. It's a subtle build leading into a more impulsive hit here. It's quite a lovely percussion to just really be in the background here. You have the more in-your-face hits really at the center, but there's some kind of intense, hectic drumming at the back. There's a lot of detailing in it. It has to be commended, I think. Strings work effectively. Also the horns here, adding some kind of depth to the song. It's incredibly melancholic. These kind of chantings, rather effective as well. You can just kind of imagine how it's going to look on stage, seeing all of this. It's very atmospheric, hectic. The structure is quite intriguing to me. It's a lot of just suffocating sounds, letting out breath. The percussion in these segments work very effectively. And there's like a top line of the vocal here as well. Feels very harmonic because of it. Vocal chopping. Very unique effort here from Slovenia. Gotta be commended again, I think, for that. Subscribe. Oh, and we get a little Haide da Ludujemo what's it called? Hint there, or whatever. Okay, Veronika by Raiven here. There is a lot to really just kind of admire about it, I think, from an arrangement perspective, because it's quite unique in terms of its instrumentation, I would say. There is a lot going on, especially with the detailing. I feel like they really wanted to establish an atmosphere in it. I'm gonna block that out just for now so we'll not get distracted. It's relying a lot on the atmosphere that it creates and an ambience that is quite palpable in my book. I think the vocals really add character to the song. I think that the percussion is quite persuasive once it's actually going all out for it. The distinct kind of production on it is very crisp. I feel like they know what they're doing in terms of the mixing, and the mastering is rather overpowering as well in a good way. I feel like it's something that I can definitely get invested in, and with a strong performance, with striking lighting and use of shadows and a proper purpose to the staging, it could definitely become something that a lot of people can take in and really appreciate. I gotta say though, there is of course this little bit of a lack of an instant hook or an instant melody, really. which I guess is kind of and it could be an issue. I don't really think that I mind it at the moment, but it might actually hinder the song's replayability. I wouldn't know for sure already because I've only heard it once, of course. It might be one of these that you just kind of get addicted to, or it could be one of those that doesn't really give you anything that you really want to return to or grasp onto. And I think that could hold it back, or it could also be a blessing, of course, if it works effectively in terms of the other areas. So far, I think it's really atmospheric, and I could see myself return to the song because of it. Absolutely. I also think that there is an interesting part with the vocal development throughout the song. I think this top line that comes in at the end really adds a nice harmony and a good layer to the conclusion of the song. It just might be that it feels like the song doesn't really have that progressive flow that maybe you'd want it to have. I'm not sure. It's something that I think relies, as I said, lots on just atmosphere. Maybe not so much on actually grasping you with a hook or a melody per se, because it's not one of these songs that's just really easy to distinguish within its structure what you want to return to within the song. There is of course kind of chorus in it, but I'm not sure if it's a chorus that's strong enough in terms of memorability. Maybe only in terms of arrangement or production instrumentally. I'm not sure. I still did really enjoy it, honestly. I think it was quite a strong effort, and I would say that it feels like it fits quite nicely into the selection we have so far. It stands out. It's gonna be something different. Whether it'll do well or not, we're gonna find out once we see how it looks live. Absolutely. Strongest so far, Groot? Andy asks. I would say